Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another YouTube video. So in this YouTube video, I'm going to break down exactly on how do we use Apollo, how to generate leads from Apollo, and how to find your leads through the platform. So whoever hasn't used Apollo before, it's very similar to Zoom Info. The way it works is that it pulls the data from LinkedIn. So before you even start utilizing it, ask yourself, is the clientele that I'm looking for, do they usually have a LinkedIn account? Or are they even on LinkedIn? Because sometimes these like smaller clienteles, like for example, dog trainers, or I don't know, even maybe like landscaping people. Sometimes these businesses that aren't that professional don't usually have a LinkedIn account. Usually they're just like on Meta. But if you're going after like lawyers, CEOs of corporations, titles in that sense, usually I have a LinkedIn account. And if the answer is yes to does my target audience have a LinkedIn account, this method will do well for you guys. Now, there's a lot of different ways, you can search for your leads, and there's a lot of different things you can do on this platform. I try to keep it simple because at the end of the day, your goal is to generate leads. What a lot of people do is they create email sequences and they just put all the leads into the sequence, and these people are just getting cold emails. Even though you customize your sequence, they're still cold emails. But guess what? You're not the only one doing that. Everyone has access to Zoom Info, Apollo, and all these different platforms. And they're probably getting 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 emails every single day. So why is your email going to be different? Why would they open up your email? Why would they decide to work with you? Now, there are strategies to get booked appointments through email. Again, I share the things that work with me and my businesses. I'm not going to tell you to create a email sequence because I've done it. Does it work? Other people say yes. It just has never worked for me. I'll tell you exactly what works for me and what we're doing within our marketing company to this day to generate leads from Apollo. The reason I like using Apollo is because it's another source. Now, when people are like, oh, is Apollo going to change my business? I wouldn't say it's going to change your business, but it depends how big your business is as well. It depends how much you put into this, because if your business is only one client, you get one client from Apollo, you double your business. But I like using Apollo because it's another source. I also do outreach on Meta. We run ads. We cold call. So like there's a lot of stuff that we do. But since this platform is pretty cheap to use, and the plan that you guys will need is the $100 a month plan, just buy this one. I have three people in our plan, so that's why it comes out to $350. But if it's just you, just use the professional plan, $100 a month. You should have enough credits and mobile credits, so you get 50 mobile credits a month. You can buy more credits, but you have a lot of email credits, so you can send like 10,000 per month. But this is Apollo. After you purchase your plan, I say just buy it because you'll need it. It'll limit you otherwise. We'll go under search. So here you can actually do a lot of stuff. So you can really search a lot of different verticals, a lot of different locations, company sizes, and so forth. I like to go under companies versus people because I'll find a company and I'll work the people within the company. So I'll try starting from the top, like the CEO, and then I'll try the president, and then I'll try the CMO, and then I'll try the account managers, and then whoever else I can contact within the company that is related to what we're offering, which is marketing. Now here, you can go like very specific, but I'll start from the most valuable part of this filter here. And keep in mind, I use Apollo here and there. My team uses it more than me. So if I'm searching through things, just keep in mind, I don't know where everything is exactly, but I'll find it. So in this video, it's a casual video, so just follow along. But the one that I really like is technologies, and I'll type in Facebook custom audience. So this is the one I like because we offer Meta ads. right? We do paid ads on Meta, Google, and so forth. But I like this one because it's very specific. So Facebook custom audience. Now, if you guys don't know what this means, it means like in the targeting of the backend of Facebook, when you're creating ads, you can create a custom audience. The custom audience is either from the pixel that collect the data, or it's from the ads running, and you can create custom audiences according to if someone booked an appointment or clicked the link, or it can be from a email list that you upload and create a custom audience from. But it means that these businesses are utilizing custom audiences. What does that mean? That means they're running ads, or at least at one point they did run ads. From my list that I created for our own targeting, we have 2,000 people or businesses that were, really honed on. And from the Facebook custom audience filter, around 80% of them are actually actively running ads. So it tells me that this filter is amazing, because if we're selling ads, the biggest headache is trying to convince people to run ads, and then you got to convince them to run ads with you. If the first part's already done, meaning they're already convinced in ads, now I just need to convince them to work with us. So, your job is going to be a lot easier. Now, you want to filter down the target audience, because can you go after these companies? Sure. What are the chances of you getting their trust to end up hiring you to run their ads? It's very slim. Like LinkedIn, I doubt you're going to get LinkedIn as a client. Amazon, I doubt it. I'm not saying you can't, but it's going to be very hard. We like to go between the mid-sized businesses. So when I go into revenue, let's click here. I like to do 1 mil to 10 mil. Decent amount of money, right? 1 mil, they're making, $100K a month, right under like $83K, which means they can pay you for your 3K, 5K, 10K management fee service, right? And then if they're making 10 mil, they can definitely afford it. It also means that they have a system in place. So when you are running ads, they actually have a sales team. The issue is when you work with businesses that are, one-man show, where they're wearing like a lot of hats, where they're the appointment setter, they're the closer, they're the HR person, the fulfillment person, everything else. Even if you run ads, if their system isn't set up, it's not going to work, as you guys probably know by now. So I just got the list down to 300K. Now, a few other things I would like to do. So let's go here. By intent is an option, meaning they search for marketing, stuff like that. But on Apollo, it's not that good. So I try to stay away from this. Now, where are the titles? So let me see. What does this say? Okay, we're not going to do this one. Stages, we won't touch that. This is something that you can do later on, where like if you start working the leads, you can put them into like stages like contacted, interested, in negotiation, close, and so forth. Scores, I haven't found the best success with that either. You can do funding, which is like they just recently got funding. Cool. Not the best. Employees, I try to go on a custom range. Now, the employee stuff isn't 100% accurate, because not everyone within the business actually created a LinkedIn account. For example, with even us at Gentech Marketing, we have, I don't even know how many employees now, but let's say we have 30. I think 15 of them actually have like a LinkedIn account, because the other ones don't really need one. But I do like to have a minimum, because then they're at least decent size, because they can lie about the revenue. But if you do both of these, they can't really lie about the employee size and the revenue. They can, but you're trying to narrow down the chance of that happening. Then let's do 1,000. Let's see what the list comes down to. Okay, so 118K, not bad. I'm trying to bring this list down to like 2K, because then you can really hammer down the list. The goal here is not to have 1 million people in a pipeline, because I get it. The more, the better, right? The better the odds. But in order to have success with reaching out to high-end individuals, you need to contact them probably 30, 40 times. Now, can one email by accident speak to them and they click on it and they respond to you? Yes, but the chance of that happening is very slim. So I like to have a list of 2,000 And then I'll go through the methods that we contact them. But, you know, imagine it's 2,000. Here, let's do the math. So 2,000 businesses, and let's say it's 30 contacts, meaning like 30 outreaches, either a phone call, email, LinkedIn message, or whatever. That's 60,000 tasks that you guys have to do. And say roughly you can, well, technically you have, I like to narrow down the list to really complete everything within 2 months, because after 2 months, people forget about you. You don't want to hit the same person up like a year later, because you really need some momentum. So let's say we give it 60 days. That's 1,000 touch points a day. Is that possible? It is if you have people, but you can kind of see how much you need to put in to actually make this work. Realistically, I don't think you can do 1,000. You can probably do close to maybe 200. So you can either hire 5 people to do it for you, or you can narrow down your list even more. If you can get the list down to, 500 at the beginning, that's ideal. But considering my company size, I try to do 2,000. The reason I'm kind of stressing on this is because if this part isn't hammered down correctly, there's no point of doing any of this. I have a rule where it's like, if you don't plan on contacting them at least 7 times in each outreach method, don't even do it once. When I say 7 times in each outreach method, that means if we're hitting them up on LinkedIn, do 7 messages. If we're calling them, 7 messages. If we're going to email them, 7 emails. If we're going to, do anything else, if we're going to do it once, make sure we do it at least 7 times. All right, cool. So we narrow down the employees. Now, where's the location? Okay. So I personally want them in the United States. I don't want people in Germany or Australia or anything like that. You can also do local. So something that's to your advantage when you're small is targeting local businesses. So let's say I typed in Tampa, Florida. Is it going to come up? State, city, come on, Tampa. All right, so Tampa, see, I got the list down to 370. That's an option, but it's too small for me right now. But if you're just starting off, I would do that. All right, we'll do this. All right, stop there. And now let's narrow it down by industry and vertical. Now you can do keywords like roofing, right? But you can also do home improvement. I recommend finding 2 or 3 verticals that you guys really want to focus on. Try to find verticals where the LTV of a client for them is high. Meaning, if you go after, say, for example, a coffee shop, right? How much does someone spend on a coffee? Let's say $5. How often do they come to that coffee shop? Say they come every day, Monday through Friday before work, right? So $5 times 5 days is 25. And then say they do it, the whole month. So they spend $100. So one person at a coffee shop spends $100 a month. Now, when you're running ads, ads are pretty expensive. How much does it cost to acquire a new client for a coffee shop? If it's anything of $100 or more, technically the business is losing money. Now, maybe that person can, go there for years. Yes, no, technically their break even is in a month, but I doubt anyone goes to a coffee shop every single day to buy coffee, Monday through Friday. But you kind of have to have these calculations because, for example, for home improvement businesses like roofing, if I get them one client, how much is a roof? 15K, 30K? Technically, I get them one client, they pretty much covered your fee, because if you're roughly charging 2K for the whole year, right? So you want to think about these businesses where their LTV is very high. So let me see, what do I have it under here? Construction, that could be one. Let's see, who do we get? Okay, so let's do that one. So I would do construction. I like the list, 1.6K. and one's in the US, because sometimes the filtering is incorrect, but it looks good. You can also see like what kind of construction, like specifically like commercial roofing, because if you just read this, roofing company wouldn't know if it's commercial or residential. All right, so I would do this. I would target United States, 10 to 1,000 employees. The industry is construction, technologies, interested in Facebook custom audiences, like they've used it. Revenue is 1 mil to 10 mil. And that's all I have. So I would save this search and I would do construction. And then it doesn't matter. Like I like doing public because if I have a team, it doesn't complicate it. And then what's this? Receive email notification. No, I don't want to receive new people. So like time, whatever, save. Now I saved it. So when I go here, I find the ones that I saved, which is construction. This is the lead list that we're working, but for this sake, I have everyone that I need. Perfect. Now that we have the list, how do we get to work, which is the hardest part. Now, like I said, there's many different ways to target these leads. But what we like to do is provide them value. Like I said, they're getting probably like 20 emails every single day about spam. Everyone's selling them something like, hey, you can improve your email marketing. Hey, you can improve your ads. Hey, you can improve your HR hiring. Like there's so many emails that they're getting, but you really want to speak to them. Like you want to really touch on their pain point. You want to show that you're providing value before you even ask for anything in return. So what can we do to provide value? Since we're offering ads, I like to go to their Facebook page and see if they're actually running ads. All right. So we go on the about, we go under page transparency, and they're not currently running ads. Okay, let's find someone else. Let's see if these people are running ads. Because what we're going to do is actually we're going to record a Loom video talking about the current ads. Come on, someone's got to be running ads. You're interested into the Facebook custom audience, but no one's running ads. The ones that we're targeting are more, I don't know why, but the categories like engineering, and it's people that create like a product, which I guess it is engineer, but like, for example, creating products like awnings, like the little like screen things in backyards. They're technically classified not construction, but like engineering, and those people were at 80% of them were actually running ads under this target that I had on Apollo. But let's keep on going. So no one's running ads, really? Let's go to the next page. Probably all just running Google ads because that's what they like running. But this one's running ads, for example. So let's see what kind of ads they're running. So one ad, that's horrible. So if you know anything about ads, this is where you guys can shine. So you guys should go on Loom. I won't go on mine because I don't know what I have on there. I don't want to logging in. But go on Google. Just type in Loom. Google Loom. If you guys don't know about it, this is it. It's a screen share. I mean, it's literally what I'm using right now. So I would open up Loom and I would like, hey, my name is Amel with Gentech Marketing. I was going through our accounts and your ad came up just because we work with a lot of people in your vertical. It probably targeted me because, I have the same interest. But I couldn't help but notice that you guys were obviously spending money on Meta, but it doesn't look like it's the best converting ad. I'm sure you guys aren't really hitting your goals with this ad. I'm just going to share a few things. Again, I'm not sure who's running the ads, if it's internal, if you have external team. But I just want to record this video for you guys so that you guys can use this info and just improve your ad results. And I would go through like three things. I would like, what I would read the caption. So what's this? At Churchill, McGee, we believe in making money, giving back, and okay, cool. Like this is your mission statement. I wouldn't be rude, but I would just say, okay, this is a good start. It just kind of sounds like your mission statement or something like that. It doesn't really call out the audience. It doesn't really cover the pain point. It doesn't really have a call to action. These are the biggest things when it comes to converting the audience on Meta. And you want to get the highest ROAS. So if you're spending money, you might as well get the most that you can out of it. So this looks like it's a hiring ad. That's probably why they're doing this. But they're still spending money on this. Like, speak to the audience, right? Let me see if I can actually find one that's running an actual ad and not just like hiring ad. There has to be someone running ads to actually generate clients. Let's see these people. All right, so this is another one. Again, like this one example I gave you guys, literally everyone's running it incorrectly. They don't call out their audience. Like there's no pain point. There's no call to action. There's no special offer. There's no unique mechanism. Like all these things are important when you're running ads. So like when you guys see this, like do you guys think it's the best ad ever? And it sends them to their website where I'm supposed to fill out this form. So you guys can go through all this with them. Like just be like, you guys aren't really covering any of the things that we look for when we're running ads. Create like your own checklist. Just be like, hey, this is our personal checklist. You guys don't have these things. This is incorrect. You're sending them to a website. People fall off from websites. There should be a landing page. There's no really like CTA here. There's a little form here, but like if I was interested, I wouldn't even know how to reach out. So review that. And then when you guys create the Loom gives you a link. You take the link and you send it to them via email. Now, how do we find their email? I can click on it, but I'm trying to do everything on this screen so you guys can see how easy it is. That's their phone number, but that's probably just their company phone number. But let's just go here because you do ideally want to like find someone within the business that you can target. So let's go under employees, Dev 95, CMO, perfect. Michael, you're going to be my best friend soon. Let's see if there's anyone else. Sales reps could be an option because if they're not getting leads, they might bring it up to their CMO. Sales manager is good. You want to try to find like the CEO. That might be an option, but let's go after this guy. So you can access email here, validating. All right, so this is the email I have for him. So you can directly send the email from here. Send the email. Hold on, let me make this shorter. I think you guys don't see it now. Yep. So that can be like your email. This is like another person I have on my team that's reaching out. But there's a few email templates that we follow. Just don't make it generic. So just like think about what would you want to see for people for you to click on this email. So I'd like to keep things vague and almost make it seem like he's expecting something from me. So I would say, here is the video. And then, I don't know, personally, if I saw this, I'm like, what are you talking about? What kind of video? And I would click on the email. So the whole point of the subject line is to get the email open. Keep that in mind. So subject line's goal, open up the email. Email's goal, like the actual body, is to get a response. So what's his name? Michael? Noticed that you guys were running an ad on Meta, but couldn't help. What am I misspelling? Couldn't help but record a Loom, because people usually know what Loom is, and then they're more likely to actually like be willing to open it. But couldn't help but record a Loom breaking down how to get a better ROAS. Here is the link, and I will attach a link there. And then, are you guys hitting your marketing goals with your current ads? Best. And I would just sign here, edit this. That's it. I would just literally create this into a template. Let's see where we can load template. I think I have to create a template in the back end, but it doesn't matter because you can just copy this and then just, paste into the future ones. And I would send this. So Michael will get this email. Now there's a lot of follow-up sequences that we do. I'm not going to go through all of them because in this video, I just want to kind of break down exactly how to use Apollo, but I would just send it to him and I won't save this. And then hopefully he sees it, but the chance of that happening is very slim. What I would do next is I would try to give him a call. So request direct line. Let's see if this comes up. So let's see, mobile number 813. That's local Tampa. Is he local? Could be. But I would call this number and I would say, hey, Michael, I just sent over email. Not sure if you got it. I couldn't help but notice. I would say the same thing. I couldn't help but notice your ads. Just quick question. I really don't want to take up your time and, I have a meeting coming up. But I was just curious, are you guys hitting your marketing goals with the current ads? Because, just from what I was able to review, within 2-3 minutes, it didn't look like it was the best setup. And I would just pause. I would just wait him to respond. So I like to keep it casual. Like I like to be to the point, make it seem like I'm not going to waste too much of his time. Acknowledge that he probably doesn't want to talk to me. And then I would just ask him a pain evoking question because he is the CMO. And usually they're never happy. They're always trying to improve their ads. So I like asking questions like, hey, are you hitting your goals? Because usually they're never hitting goals. Or do you feel like you're getting the most out of your ad spend on Meta? Usually the answer is always no to that as well. So I like to ask these questions where the answer is usually no, and then I can be the savior. And I would just say, no worries, Michael. Honestly, like I said, I have a meeting coming up and I'm sure you're, walking into a meeting or, maybe you're grabbing lunch right now. What I want to do is set up a 10-minute call, maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday. I have some times available where literally I just want to break down exactly what we would do different. Just keep in mind, whether you decide to work with me or not, you can take this info and embed it into your current marketing process. But, if you don't mind me asking, by the way, are you guys running this in-house or do you have an agency? So I try to throw things in, but then just follow up with a question before he can say, oh, I'm not interested. And he'll say it's an in-house team. Amazing. A lot of our clients actually have an in-house team and then they just hire us to supplement the experience. So how does Tuesday look for you? And then I'm already pre-selling him because he's like, I have an in-house marketing team. I don't need you. So before you even brought up that objection, I already overcame it. I said, hey, most of our clients actually have an in-house marketing team that hire us to supplement on the experience. What does that mean? That just means that we're bringing experience that your current team, doesn't really have. But I don't want to hurt their feelings. So I'm always cautious to not say, hey, your current system sucks. I won't never say that. I'll just say there's possibility to improve your ROAS. There's a potential for us to embed our experience, on top of what you're currently doing. So that's if he answers. Most of the time he won't answer, but you probably have to dial him 3-4 times over the next month or so. But just work that lead. So now we sent an email, which we're going to follow up 7 times. We called them, which we're going to recall them 7 times. You can try texting that same number as well. You just can't text through Apollo, but you can text through Go High Level if you guys are using that CRM or whatever CRM you guys are using, or you can just pull out your phone and try texting that number. But another thing we're going to do is go on their LinkedIn. So here's my man, Michael. Let's see. I'm curious if he's actually located in California. I don't know why that number was 813, but I would follow him. I would shoot him a follow. Let's see. whatever. You can verify yourself. I'm not gonna do that now. Maybe I should. I'll probably tell my team to verify me, but I'll wait for him to respond to me. And in the meantime, I would try to get his attention. So I would try to find him on other platforms as well. This guy doesn't really look like he's using Instagram, but he might be. Let's see. Instagram search, go here. Is this him? No. But that's another place I would contact them. So I would go on Instagram and find them on that platform and message them there. That way you have email, phone number, LinkedIn, and IG. And this is the way I work this list. And after all of that, after I send the 7 emails, the 7 phone calls, the 7 like LinkedIn messages, I would move down the list and I would go after Steve. I would do the same thing. Like Steve has an account. He has his own email. You can literally use the same email. So like the same like email templates and just resend it. So that's his email right there. But literally that's how you work your list. And then, you go back and you start working on the next list. So everyone that you have, I like to save them so that you can actually like filter through. So try to add them to a list. So I'll create one that's called like contacted. And then I'll just click add to list, because then you can actually look up the list and you can see who you already contacted so that you can rework that same list. Let me see how that works. So I'll go here. Yeah, so right there. So maybe find like 100 and add them all under contacted, or you can name it whatever, like new, and hammer that 100 like really hard for like 2 weeks, and then create a new 100 and then work that list. That way you can stay organized, because otherwise, you have 1.6 thousand companies here, and for some reason Apollo like doesn't really filter through nicely. Like if I refresh it, it'll give me a new list and I'll just kind of lose my spot and you'll forget who you contacted. But the good thing is, like, if I click on here, let me see, the thing's under account owner, phone number, activity. Oh yeah, it's under here. So if I send an email, they'll show that I sent the email. If I call, they'll show that I called and stuff like that. So this is kind of like your internal CRM. It really tracks your task. And then what you want to do is when you send all those emails, you want to go here and you want to track your emails. So I like to go under opened and see who opened up my emails and then try to re-engage them. And actually get them to respond to me, because they're engaging to the emails they're opening, and they're like, first of all, it's a valid emails since they opened it. That means I can keep on hammering them and send them more emails. Just make sure you send value versus just like spammy stuff. And then I will call them. Like if someone like opens up the email right now, I would just call them right away. Just be like, hey, Michael, I saw that you got a chance to look at the Loom. I want to hear your thoughts and see how everything's coming along with your marketing. This allows you to stay in the loop a lot faster. Now, keep a few things in mind when it comes to like open emails. Sometimes it's not 100% accurate. So if someone has like a little virus software that's checking for viruses, it'll open up the email because that software opens up the email. It'll trigger as open email. So that might be incorrect. And also, just because they open doesn't mean they read it. Personally, like when I get an inbox email, even though I see that it's something that I'm not interested, for me, it's easier to click on it and delete versus checking the box and then deleting. So just so you know, it's 100% accurate. Another thing that I do like is if they replied, obviously, you definitely want to work those. And someone's like, yeah, let's set up a meeting, like it'll show them they're interested. So you can kind of see like how the numbers aren't like amazing. It's just like it's another source. So we sent out 2.2K emails. 2K were delivered, so that means like around 200 were like spammy or they weren't good emails. 300 opened, 25 replied, 5 were interested, 21 bounced, 40 got spam, and these didn't send. So you saw out of like 2,000 emails, somewhat 5 were interested. Not bad, right? But out of 5 interested, say your close rate is 25%, you close 1. Again, not bad, but it's a source for you guys. It's a source where you can really hammer down clients that already are running businesses, that are already running ads, and it's a place where you can find leads. So if you guys are ever like, I don't know where to find leads, this is it. It's endless. You can literally work this database for the rest of your life. You can also see like if you have people dialing, you can track this. So we have like a dialer on here, made over 3,000 calls. You can see how many like they answer, how many left a voicemail, how many gatekeepers, bad numbers connected. Again, out of 3,000, we had like 20 people actually like pick up. So just keep in mind, like this is a long-term game. Like these people are busy. Even if they do pick up, they'll probably forget about you in a week. So you really have to get on their good side. With this, the strategy is simple. It's right place, right time. Meaning, Ken, right now, maybe he's not interested. But maybe 3 months later, his CEO is like, yo, we're not hitting our goals. Is he the CEO? He's the CEO. But maybe someone above him, whatever. They're like, we're not hitting our goals. What do we do on the marketing side? And Ken's like, I don't know. I tried so many things. And guess what? You ended up sending an email at this given moment. And the email's subject line was how to improve your ads. And then Ken's like, I actually need to improve my ads. Let me see what this person has to offer. So you can kind of see like how it's all about the right place at the right time with these people. And the thing is like when you close these people, they stay on for a while. They're not looking to change their strategy every single month. They're looking at quarters, annual reports and stuff like that. So not only do they stay long, they can pay you for your services a lot more. So these aren't your $1,000 like deals. They're usually your 5K, 10K, 20K management fee deals. And these are people that you really want to work with. Like if you're talking about like hitting a 10K goal, literally one client from here is going to hit your goal. Now, I never recommend having one client pay you that much. Like I don't recommend one client exceeding more than my number is like 20% of your revenue. So because if this client drops off, then you're back to zero. But that's another story. What I'm trying to say is like there's a lot of value in this list. You just have to work it. You have to work it correctly. Don't be spammy. Provide value and figure out that it's all about the right place, the right time with these people, and to treat them like you would want to be treated yourself. Put yourself in their shoes. You're the CEO of Sunstar Americas, and you're getting a phone call. What do you want to hear? You don't want to hear some guy that's like stumbling upon his words and doesn't even know how to like pitch his services. You want to be on point. You want to tell him exactly why you're calling. You want to tell him what he wants to hear, and you want to be direct. These people don't want to waste time. So that's why I said the easiest thing to do is put yourself in their shoes. Act like you can. Ask yourself, what kind of email do I want to see? What kind of phone call do I want to receive? What kind of person do I want to work with? What kind of LinkedIn messages do I want to receive? What kind of Instagram messages do I want to receive? And you'll understand how to contact them. People overcomplicate the sales process. They're like, give me a script. Tell me what should I do? They're human. All you need to do is put yourself in their shoes and understand what do they want to see from the person that might be running their ads. So I wish you guys luck with Apollo. Like I said, it's an amazing platform. It's something that I wouldn't waste my time on full time because this does require full-time work. I recommend finding someone maybe in, the Middle East or, Latin America, somewhere that you can hire someone for $500, $1,000 a month that doesn't have an accent and can work this list for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are crushing it on the agency side. If you guys are looking to work with me directly, make sure to reach out to me on IG. Just DM me CEO. Obviously, with our agency blueprint, we're helping a lot of agencies just double, triple, quadruple their revenue, all because of these like small tips that they don't think about. You know, we help you with your sales. We help you with the fulfillment. We help you with whatever you specifically need to surpass your current threshold. The agency space is the best space I've been in. Getting to 10K is very easy. Surpassing 100K is definitely doable. You can change your life with the agency space. All you need is someone that's actively doing it. They can tell you exactly what they're actively doing, because I won't tell you to do something that I'm not doing. Please like and comment below. Tell me your thoughts of Apollo and if you're using it. And if there's something that maybe you're doing Apollo that maybe I didn't discuss here, because I'm always open to hearing other people's strategies. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.